Welcome students. My name is Dr. Satishan Pandey. Today's topic is directory structure. In earlier topic we have discussed file management system. Now we will discuss directory structure. First of all, what is the directory? A directory, it is a container that is used to contain folder and files. In another word, we can say that it is a pathway of file management system. When and where we have that files, it describes the where it is kept it. It organizes files and folders into a hierarchical manner. The directory contains the information about the files, including attributes, location and ownership also. We can see the directory structure in this figure. Directory D1, D2, D3, these are interconnected with various types of files F1, F2, F3 and so on. Now, what are the types of directory structure? There are various types of directory structure such as single level directory, two level directory, tree level directory, a cyclic graph. These are some types which are used for describing how to access that path in a particular manner. In a single level directory, one directory and one file. This is the main thing. That means one directory is related to the one file or folder. In it, all files are contained in same directory. This is the advantage, but the main disadvantage is it will take time for searching if we want particular file in the single level directory. A single level directory has a significant limitations. However, when the number of files increases or when the system has more than one user, since all the files are in same directory, they must have their unique name. Otherwise, it will disturb all file or folders. We can see the directory structure, single level directory structure. D1 is related to file F1, D2 is related to file F2, D3 and so on. In the two level directory, each user has their own user files directory. The user file name have similar structure, but each lists only the files of a single user. When user login, the system's master file directory is searched. The master file directory is indexed by the username or account number. We can see the two level directory in a hierarchical manner. User 1 is related to D1 and D2, two directories, and these contains file F1 and F2. User 2 contains D3 and D4 contains file F3 and F4. Similar manner, user 3 have D5 and D6 contains F5, F6 file, and user 4 D7 and D8 file F7 and F8 and so on. In the tree structured directory, except root directory, every directory or file has only one parent directory. In the tree structure, we can say that one tree root, that is called parent root, parent directory, and there are subdirectories are called child node, child directory. These are interconnected with one another. If a user wishes to access another user file, it has to go through two or more directories. Once we have seen a two-level directory as a tree of height 2, the natural generalization is to extend the directory structure to a tree of arbitrary height. In the tree structure, there are various levels for any type of directory, and these are interconnected with various types of file. We can see the tree structured directory: user 1, user 2, user 3, user 4, and so on. User 1 have F1 and F2 file, and these have different directory. User 2, these have different directory, file name F3, F4, in the same manner. Next is the acyclic graph directory. An acyclic graph directory is a graph with no cycle and allows to share subdirectories and files. The same file or subdirectories may be in two different directories. It is a natural generalization of the tree structured directory. It is used in the situation like when two programmers are working on a joint project and they have need to access files. The associated files are stored in a subdirectory. Separating them from one project files to another. Since they are working in a joint project, so they want to share, they want to see subdirectories to be in their own directory. The common subdirectories should be shared. So here we use cyclic directories. It is the point to note that shared file is not the same as copy file. If any programmer makes some changes in that subdirectory, it will reflect in the both subdirectories. So in a cyclic graph directory, we can share some folders with 2 users, 3 users, but they have some unique name. It should be unique, otherwise that file will be shown everywhere. We can see the acyclic graph structure. User 1 have file F1 and F2 in another directory. User 2 have file F3 and F4 in another directory, and these directories are interrelated to each other. Now, what are the operations on the directory? There are various types of operations such as searching, creating, deleting, editing, renaming, linking. There are various types of operations which are exist in the directory. In searching, we can search any file or folder in a search list in that directory. In creating, we can create a new directory for a new file. Deleting, we can delete any file which are not exist in future. If that is not needed, we can delete it. List a directory, list all the files in the directory can be retrieved, and also the content of directory entry for each file in a list. Renaming, we can change that particular file or directory name for our simplicity. Link, we can link the another file, another folder from another directory in same manner. These are some operations which are listed here. What are the implementation of directory? The selection of directory allocation and directory management have a large effect on the efficiency, performance and reliability of the file system. Generally, the directory implementation, we have two approaches. First is linear list and second is hash table. In the linear list, the simplest method of implementation in a directory is to use a linear list of the file names with pointer to the data blocks. A linear list of directory enters require a linear search algorithm to find a particular entry. This method is a simple but it is time consuming in the execution. In the linear list, we can search any file, any directory, but the main limitation, the drawback of the linear list is it will take more time comparison to hash tables. In the hash table, in this method, the linear list stores the entry of directories, but a hash data structure is also used. The hash table takes a value computed from the file name and returns a pointer to the file name in the linear list. So, it decreases the directory search time in an efficient manner. In another word, we can say in hash table, it's just like a pointer we can use for that directory, and it is the more suitable comparison to linear list. There are various permissions, but the main permission for any type of directory, read, write and executable. These are the main permissions for our files and the directory. There is a identification bit which differentiate between the directory and a file. For a directory it is D and for a file it is the dot. This is the main difference between file and directory permissions. Introduction to distributed operating system. Now we will discuss what are the distributed operating system. A distributed operating system contains multiple nodes that are physically separate but linked together using the network. All the nodes in the system communicate with each other and handle process in tandem. Each of the nodes contains a small part of distributed system. A diagram of distributed system is shown here. There are various PCs which are interconnected with network in a group. This is called distributed operating system. What are the types of distributed? Generally, there are two main types of distributed. First is client server and another is peer to peer. In a client server, a large number of personal computers communicate with shared server on a local area network. The server component provides a function or service to one or many clients which initiate requests for such services. In the client server, there are various types of clients are associated with server. Client send a request to the server and server accept that request and do the work according to that client. In peer-to-peer network, operating system allow users to share resources and the files located on their computers and to access shared resources found on other computers. In the peer-to-peer, the main thing is that they can share resources in a particular manner. What are the hardwares in distributed system? The term hardware refers to a mechanical device that make the computer. It consists of interconnected electronic devices such as computer operation, input output, etc. The examples of hardware are CPU, keyboard, mouse, hard disk, etc. The components, it is a collection of several components working together. Some parts are essential and other parts are added advantages. Computer hardware is made up of CPU and peripherals as shown in the following figure. Keyboard, mouse, other input output devices, it is connected with CPU, RAM, hard disk, memory, BIOS, and these all are connected with monitor, printer, speaker, etc. These are the components. In next lecture, we will discuss is with distributed operating system and other parts. Thank you.